What if I told you that college and junior hockey is going to change forever in the very near future? Earlier this month, Braxton Whitehead became the first ex-Canadian Hockey League player to commit to an NCAA Division I program by committing to Arizona State. We all know that name, image, and likeness has transformed the way college sports operates. College sports has become the farm system for sports like football, baseball, and other sports that didn't have a development system before. But in a multi-layered development model like hockey, how does NIL impact the college and junior hockey models in North America and worldwide? Let me tell you about what happens when major junior hockey players and NIL collide and enter into college hockey. So what is Major Junior Hockey? The Canadian Hockey League is referred to as Major Junior, which features the Western Hockey League, the Ontario Hockey League, the Quebec and Maritimes Junior Hockey League. Oftentimes, most NHL players you see come from Major Junior include Sidney Crosby, Connor McDavid, Nathan MacKinnon, Leon Draisaitl, and many others. With NIL entering college sports, there's been ongoing legislation challenging the legality of denying players the opportunity to earn money as amateur athletes. The Canadian Hockey League has long since been denied from entering into college hockey in the United States because U.S. college hockey players were considered amateurs, and CHL players were offered stipends by their teams to use throughout the season, and the NCAA considered them to be professional. With NIL now entering into the hockey atmosphere, many questions remain in regards to what the difference is between CHL players and college hockey players. The current method of CHL alumni after playing in the CHL is moving on to U Sports, which is the Canadian equivalent of college hockey stateside. With this new action, however, it becomes more intriguing for these players to consider the NCAA after playing in the CHL. So what happens to Major Junior Hockey and the other leagues below them? With Major Junior Hockey causing this new pattern, this will lead to the league becoming younger, as more elite athletes under the age of 18 will consider coming out to one of the three leagues. As far as the NCAA, the league will be filled with older freshman hockey players, and the likelihood of 18 and 19-year-old freshmen will only exist for the truly elite talents. The USHL, which is the United States Hockey League, has long been the feeder league for elite prospects in the United States under 20 years of age. With the new rule in place, we may see more kids considering the move to the CHL to play more games in a higher intensity league with a more rigorous schedule. There may even be a move in the future for the USHL to become a member of the CHL, thus creating a complete North American developmental system for major junior hockey players. Now, there are other junior A hockey leagues that exist below the CHL and the USHL. Those leagues include the Alberta Junior Hockey League, the British Columbia Hockey League, the Central Canadian Hockey League, Manitoba Junior Hockey League, Maritime Junior Hockey League, the North American Hockey League, the National Collegiate Development Conference, the Northern Ontario Junior Hockey League, the Ontario Junior Hockey League, the Superior International Junior Hockey League, the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League, and the Quebec Junior Hockey League. That's a lot of leagues for Junior A players. Should be fine, right? Well, the trickle-down effect is going to make these leagues have more talent as a result. I didn't even include the other Tier 3 Junior A hockey leagues that include the United States Premier Hockey League. They also have the USPHL Elite League, the Eastern Hockey League, and the North American Tier 3 Junior Hockey League, along with many Junior B and Junior C programs, along with independent leagues like the GMHL throughout North America. Overall, the NCAA Division I and Division III leagues pick their talent out of these leagues. The Division I teams usually pick from the USHL, the BCHL, the AJHL, the NAHL, the NCDC, and the OJHL. The Division III teams usually pick from the MJHL, the CCHL, the MJHL, the NOJHL, the GOJHL, the SIJHL, and other leagues. Overall, these leagues will have increased talent pools, leading to stronger hockey at the D3 and D1 levels. Now, what's the impact on elite youth hockey programs as a result? The biggest change will be in the intensity of the recruiting process, leading to some of these players needing advisors and agents to represent them potentially even earlier than they were originally expected. Most of these elite youth athletes like Austin Matthews and Connor McDavid already have agents and or advisors as early as 13 or 14 years of age for the true superstars. That process may change, especially with the Western Hockey League drafting in their bantam years to maybe even include being scouted at 12 or 13. AAA programs from across North America are often scouted around these ages to be evaluated for the United States Hockey League, the Ontario Hockey League, the Western Hockey League, and the QMJHL, which is the Quebec Maritimes Junior Hockey League. NCAA programs cannot truly recruit a player unless the player has gone through their sophomore year of high school, but colleges can evaluate them at camps, combines, or showcases beforehand. They just can't contact them directly. With name, image, and likeness entering the radar, these prospective athletes will face some increased attention at younger ages, which will lead to some eventual compensation being thrown around. There is precedent from the CHL for compensation being offered to players like Patrick Kane was rumored to have been offered a six-figure amount to come to London. And teams like the Portland Winterhawks, London Knights, and various other CHL programs have been punished for offering compensation for players to come into their league, facing fines as far as as much as $100,000 for their violations. Overall, there's definitely a consideration for these leagues to remove such recruiting rules, which could lead to a similar competitive structure that already exists throughout AAA hockey, junior hockey, and college hockey. The NCAA, college hockey, and all junior teams have a lot to consider when this comes into fruition. If challenged in court, the NCAA would likely lose, triggering these situations to become legal precedent, forever changing hockey development models across the world and in North America. It should be interesting to see what happens here. Apparently, as of this video, the NCAA and the CHL are coming together to vote to determine whether or not they want this to become the new process and that NCAA players and CHL players can come together and play in their respective leagues. If you're interested in learning more about this content, feel free to leave some comments in the video below. Thank you for watching. If you like hockey and you want to learn more about international, youth, and college hockey, please like the video, please subscribe. I'm going to be publishing more video essays and content like this along with NHL draft content. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.